So, honey, have you thought about it?
Thought about what?
You know what? Playing dumb is not going to give you more time. You said to give you a week to think about it, and I've given you a week.
I don't know if it's a good thing to do. I know that your mother just lost her husband, your stepfather, but that was months ago. I'm sure that she's fine to be on her own.
You don't know her the way that I know her. I know that she must be feeling pretty low after losing him, and I think it would be best for her to come live with us.
Wait, live with us? I thought you only wanted her to stay with us.
How about we compromise?
Okay. How would we compromise?
Well, what if she comes to stay with us for 6 months, and then after that, we can decide whether or not she'll live with us?
Whoa, what? That's not a compromise. That's literally her just moving in with us.
I don't understand what the big deal is. She's your mother-in-law. She's my mother. I want to take care of her.
I get it. I really do. But we live in a smaller house. We're going to be on top of each other. Besides, our relationship is different from yours. It would be awkward for me the entire time she's there.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward.
No, it's awkward because I'm married to her son. She's my mother-in-law. Historically, there's always been this tense relationship between mother-in-law and daughter. Kind of goes like, she doesn't think I'm good for you, I think she's overbearing, and then suddenly we're fighting. Can't you understand that I don't want her to be there because I wouldn't feel comfortable at home? I wouldn't be able to relax for 1 second. I would always feel like she was watching me, and I would feel obligated to always be doing something.
Is that really such a bad thing?
Yes, especially since I'm the one making the most money in our household. After I come home from a long workday, I want to relax, not be questioned and harassed asking when we're going to have kids, or what I'm making for dinner, or whether my linens are good enough.
Okay, I'm sure it won't be that bad. Try and have an open mind about it.
I have been trying, but 6 months is way too long. Even a week is way too long. I'm okay with her staying for a weekend, maybe, but after that, I need my space back.
But it's my mother. I need her, and she needs me. I have a very close relationship with her, and I know it's killing her that I live half an hour away.
That's the other thing. She lives only half an hour away. She doesn't need to come live with us. If you're concerned about her well-being, why don't you go visit her? Or why doesn't she come to visit us? It's not like she's geriatric or anything. She can drive.
But I don't want to make her have to take that trip. Back and forth and back and forth. It would get tiring for her. And I don't want to leave you on your own.
I'm not asking you to go move in with her. But if you go to visit her whenever you feel like you need to, that will also work.
She's already put the house up for sale.
What? Didn't you tell her that I was still deciding whether or not I was okay with her coming to stay with us? Also, you claimed that it was only a visit. If that were true, why is she putting the house up for sale?
She's eager, and the house reminds her too much of her husband. I told you it was a bad situation for her. Now she really needs somewhere to live.
You're kind of forcing me to say yes. You do know that, right?
So you're saying yes?
Fine. Since your mother is probably sad and is close to selling her house, I guess it will be fine for her to stay with us. But only for a while. 1 week, tops.
1 week? She might as well only stay 1 day. Do you know how long it is to get a new house? I mean, that's if she wants to get a new house. 1 week is barely anything.
It's not my fault that she went ahead and put her house up for sale. And 1 week is plenty of time to look for a place. It's not like she's going to be doing anything else.
What will she do after that? You know it takes longer than 1 week to buy and move it to a new place?
Look, I am trying to be good-willed here. You're kind of forcing my hand, and I already told you how uncomfortable I would be if your mother stayed with us full time. I feel like 1 week is plenty of time.
Okay. How about we do 1 week and you see how you feel at the end of it? Then we can decide if we want her to stay for longer. I'm sure that you'll get along a lot better than you're expecting. My mother is fantastic. She's so caring and compassionate, and she loves taking care of me.
Okay. You do know you're a full-grown man, right?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Nothing.
Anyways, I'm at my mother's right now. I'm helping her pack her things. We'll be around in about an hour.
What? I'm literally just on my way home from work. I have to get the guest room ready and get everything ready.
I'm sure you'll have plenty of time. Plus, my mother's not too fussy. As long as the bed is comfortable, the sheets are clean, and there's food, she should be fine.
That's a lot for me to do in 1 hour.
You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, now I have to get back to my mother. I'm giving her a foot massage.
I'm not even going to ask. Have fun with that.
Oh, I always have fun.
Okay. He what? You can't force your wife to let your mother-in-law stay with you for, what, ever? It's only for a week. But yeah, he basically wants her to move in with us. So I guess it will be forever. I don't know what to do. I don't want to say anything about it in case he tells his mother and then our living situation just becomes worse. It's already super tense. I always feel like there's a pair of eyes on me at all times. And usually I'm right. Whenever I look behind me, Eden is there, staring at me intensely. It literally gives me the creeps. What? Why would she be doing that? That is really creepy. I have no idea. It's like she's sizing me up or something. Like I haven't been married to her son for 5 years. How long have you spent time with her? Like, what is the longest time you've both had to hang out? Probably the family vacation a couple of years back. But there were a lot of people there, so I didn't have to hang out with her, per se. But that was the most time we spent in each other's company. And how was she then? Probably as you'd expect. She kept asking me a lot of invasive questions, and whatever way I answered her, it was never good enough. By the end of the vacation, I felt like I had just gone to war or something. Yeah, tell me about it. Chad's mother has been on my back about painting our living room green. She says that it's not timeless and I'll regret it in a year, but I've literally been wanting to paint my living room green forever, so I knew I would love it. Which I do, and it's been 2 years now. I think mother-in-laws are just supposed to be that way, for whatever reason. Yeah, but yours only calls you. Mine is living with me. Have you talked about it with Roger? Yes, I told them how uncomfortable I would be and how it's different for him because it's his mother coming to live with him. He can't seem to wrap his head around why I wouldn't want to live with his mother. Yeah, mother and son bonds are sometimes weird like that. Was Roger a mummy's boy? I guess. I mean, his father left pretty early on when he and his siblings were kids, and then Frank came along when he was around 17, so I guess he had no choice but to be a mummy's boy. Wow, that must be hard. He's never told me so. He says that it was the best time in his life, having his mother be his only caretaker. He said that their bond is unbreakable. In fact, he would get jealous when his mother was attending to his siblings. He was really happy when they moved out before he did, and he got to have his mother all to himself. Oh, wow. Yeah, I thought it was sweet when I first heard it, but now that we're all living under the same roof, it's kind of weird. It's not like they're that close anymore. I mean, he's, what, 34? Yeah, you would think that they wouldn't be as close, but they really are. He gives her foot rubs like every day, and she always plays with his hair, and don't even get me started about whenever we're at the dinner table. All of that is kind of weird. I can't imagine what happens at the dinner table, but you're kind of obligated to tell me now. Basically, I'm third wheeling the entire dinner. They only talk to each other and laugh together. Whenever I try to get in on the conversation, his mother just gives me this look, like I'm dog poop on the bottom of her shoe. And Roger doesn't even listen to anything I'm saying. His attention is fully on his mother the entire time. I feel like if I got up with my plate and poured the dinner over my head and danced around the kitchen, he wouldn't spare a glance. Really? Okay, that's really weird. I've heard of mothers and sons having a close relationship, but that is truly something else. I know, and it's not like I can say anything about it. Why not? Well, I don't want to hurt his feelings or make it weird or anything. It's already weird. If you ask him about it, I'm sure that he would either explain to you why they're so close, or maybe even realize himself that they are too close. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe I should talk to him. It's only been a day, but it's already been one hell of a day. Do you know that she made me change my outfit?
What?
Why? Because she said my shirt was too low. It really wasn't. It was literally a work blouse. But she said I shouldn't show myself off like that, not when I'm married to her son. And then she also said that her son doesn't need to see all of that.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
I know. I think I seriously need to have a talk with Roger.
Yes, I agree. But please keep me updated on this. This is more interesting than the Real Housewives.
I'm glad that you find my life more fascinating than a TV show.
Hey, it's a compliment.
Not when you're living it.
Touché.
Hi, honey. Can we talk?
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever you need.
Wow, you seem to be in a good mood.
Of course I am. My favorite gal is under the same roof as me again.
Shouldn't I be your favorite girl?
Of course, of course. Anyways, what did you want to talk about?
Well, I need to talk about your mother.
She's fantastic, isn't she? It's like she's gotten better with age. And her humor is still sharp as a whip.
Yeah. I guess I just wanted to ask why you both are so close.
What do you mean? Or just your normal mother-son duo? Ready to take on the world.
Except that you're not. I've never seen a grown man caress his mother as much as you have.
What? What do you mean by that? Oh, the foot rubs and the massages. Yeah, her muscles get pretty sore, so I make sure to tend to her. I've been doing it since I was a teenager.
Okay, that makes sense. But I do have to admit, I feel a bit left out, especially at the dinner table. It's like I don't exist there to you, and whenever I try to get a word in, your mother just sends a death glare at me.
I'm sure she isn't actually doing that. It's all in your head.
No, it isn't all in my head. I'd appreciate it if you take my concerns seriously rather than telling me I'm making it all up.
That's not what I'm saying. I think you just have to get to know my mother a bit better. Once you two get close, then my world will be complete.
I am trying. Believe me, I'm trying. But all your mother does is stare at me. And she only asks me things when she thought I messed up on something. It's honestly disheartening.
It doesn't mean anything by it. That's just the way she is. My silly old mom. God, it's so great to have her living with us again.
She's not living with us. She's staying with us. Visiting for only a couple more days.
What? Now that she's here, isn't it so much better than you expected?
Not really.
I'm sure you'll change your mind. Anyways, I gotta go. We're having a bubble bath.
I'm sorry, what? You're having a bubble bath? With whom?
My mother, of course. I have always missed bath time with my mother. Don't worry, we have our swimsuits on, so it's totally kosher.
I don't think that's a problem here. Also, where exactly are you having a bubble bath?
In our ensuite jacuzzi.
What? You're using our ensuite?
Of course. What? Are we gonna use it? Our guest bathroom? The tub is way too small.
Are you sure that isn't just a little bit weird?
Hey, you're the one making it weird. My mother and I do this all the time.
You do?
Yeah, and her living with us only makes it easier.
Okay.
Also, when are you getting home to cook dinner?
Wait, if you're home, then you cook dinner. That's always been our setup.
Yeah, but my mother thinks it's uncomely for a wife to expect her husband to cook. She thinks I work far too hard in our relationship. And you know what? I think she's right. I think we've been a bit unbalanced in the way we've done things.
I assure you we haven't. I've gotta go.
So I'll see you after work? I can help with dinner. I think my mother would be okay with that. I'll ask her.
Oh my goodness. We have a serious red alert.
What? What does that mean? What happened?
I talked to Roger.
Okay. Isn't that a good thing? I mean, I thought this is what you wanted to do.
Unless he reacted negatively? No, he didn't really react at all. He doesn't see anything that he's doing as wrong. He said that I'm the one making things weird.
Well, if this is how he's always been with his mom, then he probably doesn't see anything wrong with it. But also, he should not be blaming you for making things weird. So, what? He totally disregarded your concerns?
Exactly. But it gets worse. So much worse.
OMG! How does it get worse?
Well, I was just texting him and asking him why they were close, and he said that he always just wants to take care of her. And I was like, okay, that sounds fine, right? But then he just casually mentioned that he's taking a bubble bath with her.
What? OMG!
Yeah, he said it so casually, like he does this all the time. And you'll never guess what. He does it all the time.
What? You can't be serious. That is seriously so messed up.
I know. I don't know what kind of hold this woman has on him, but it's seriously messing with his brain. I swear, the Roger I married would never do anything like this.
But you did meet him right out of college when he was on his own for a couple of years and getting his first big boy job. I seriously can't believe this. He's been doing it for a while?
Yes, and I never noticed anything. I guess it was just such a normal occurrence for him that he never thought to tell me.
This is seriously messed up.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think if I told him outright how weird it is, he would leave me.
No way. You're his wife. You've been married for 5 years, and you've been dating for almost a decade.
I know, but he casually let it slip that his mother might be his favorite person in the world.
He said what?
Yeah, I don't know what to do. Like, should I leave him? Or should I just stick this out and maybe try and convince them that it's weird? Although, now that I think about it, I don't think there is any way I can convince him how weird this is.
Maybe try talking to his mother. Say that you're uncomfortable with how close they are. You know, I said some good boundaries with her.
Yeah, maybe I should do that. That's a good idea. Thank you.
Yeah, anytime. Please, let me know how this all pans out.
Oh, I will. Thank you. You're seriously my best friend.
You're my best friend, and all I want to see is you happy.
Thank you. Hi, Eden. We really need to talk. Oh, let me guess. This is my Sonny's so-called wife. I don't know how so-called it is, considering that we are married. But yes, this is Beth. You don't have my number? No. Why would I bother? Okay, I was going to do this nicely, but considering that you're being very rude, I won't be concerned about it. Why are you so weirdly close with my husband? I get that he's your son and that mother and sons have a great bond or whatever, but this is seriously taking it too far. I am so uncomfortable with what's happening. It's not your place to be uncomfortable. What? All you are is his wife. I am his mother. Our bond is unbreakable, unlike yours. So you don't get to judge the way we express our love. Actually, if there's one person in this world who can judge and be uncomfortable by it, it's me. Do you not understand how weird it is that you both are taking bubble baths together and how much he gives you massages and the way that when you guys are talking, it's like you're the only two people in the world? Because that's seriously messed up. How dare you? You cannot speak to me this way, you insolent nothing. You're not worth anything to me or my family, and you don't get to stand between me and my son. Our relationship is close, yes, but it's beautiful, and it's a bond that only a mother and a son can share. Okay, but this is seriously crossing a line. You have to see that. I don't understand how you convinced him and all your kids that this is okay, but it isn't. And I'm going to show him. Oh, you are you? I'd like to see you try it. I'm with them now. All I need to do is say a simple word about how you're trying to break us up, and poof, your relationship is done. We'll see about that. I'm his wife. I have to believe that our bond is stronger than yours. It's cute that you think that. Oh, whatever. Just remember, sweetie, you're worth nothing. You'll never be good enough for my son, and you'll never make him happy. I don't see how someone like you could ever make anyone happy, and it's a miracle that my son is ever interested in you. Roger, you'll never believe what your mother just said to me.
Oh, I won't? How about I can't believe what you said to my mother?
What? I didn't say anything nearly as bad as she did. What did she say to you?
She told me the truth about what you think about our relationship. And it's honestly heartbreaking that you would think of my relationship with my mother as being less than our relationship.
What? You're taking your mother's side? You have to understand how incredibly weird your relationship with your mother is. It's not okay. No one would think it's okay. No grown man does these kinds of things with his mother.
Just because it doesn't mirror your relationship with your parents, a relationship that's bad only because of you, I might say, doesn't mean my relationship with my mother is bad.
Excuse me?
You're just projecting your own insecurities and your own terrible relationship with your parents onto mine. I think that's very manipulative for you. I honestly can't believe it.
You have to see that she's the one manipulating you. I'm trying to help you. I'm your wife, and I love you.
Well, then I guess you're going to have to love my mother-in-law as well. I thought you knew how close we were. I mean, I've always talked about her, even when we were dating.
Yeah, you did. And at the time, I thought it was sweet. But now, seeing it firsthand, I can see how convoluted it is. You can't choose her side in this. I'm your wife. A bond between a wife and a husband is a lot stronger than a bond between a parent and their kid.
You can't say that to me.
I seriously can't believe this.
It's not my fault that I love my mother. She's the best person in my life.
Well, now she's the only person in your life.
Huh?
We're done. I'm filing for divorce as soon as I can. You both need to leave.
What? You can't make us leave. You can't leave me.
You have your mother to take care of you now. I'm the one who makes the most money out of the two of us. I'm the one that pays the most bills. I'm the one that puts the most money into this house. It is mine. You and your mother better leave before I start telling everyone about your sick relationship.
It's not a sick relationship. You're the one that's making it weird.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what the court says.
Wait, you're actually leaving me? You're divorcing me? Why would you do that?
I can't believe I haven't seen it before. But you're literally such a child. It can't really be your fault, though. Your mother raised you that way. Goodbye, Roger. I wanted it to be a quiet divorce. I really did. However, Roger's mother convinced him to go all out and try and get everything in the divorce. She was convinced that he was not in the wrong and that I had no right to leave him. So we ended up having a months-long divorce settlement in court. As expected, it was a media circus, especially when details of Roger and his mother's relationship and how close they were came to light. There is a lot of speculation, and eventually it did get to Roger. He saw how his close relationship with his mom looked to the rest of the world, and from what I gathered, he moved out of the condo he and his mom were sharing. He tried to contact me, but I was insistent on our divorce going through, which it did. And because I made the most money out of the two of us and paid the most bills, I was awarded the house and most of the money that we had saved. It might suck to be divorced at 32 after being in an almost decade-long relationship, but it's nothing that a trip to the Bahamas can't fix.